Happy Friday morning to you. I hope you are well. I'm here in the outdoor chapel behind church, and I'd like to talk to you this morning about worship on Sunday. So if you've been following the numbers at all, as I'm sure you have been, you're all diligent folks. You would know that 80% of Connecticut is now in the red zone. You would know that nationally our numbers are higher than ever and continue to escalate, particularly in the Midwest and in other places that hadn't been as affected by COVID-19 up to this point. It's unsettling, it's anxiety-provoking, and it's worrisome. Locally, however, Old Saybrook is now on the decline, and we are going into our second weekend in the orange zone. I would like to make it an opportunity to gather here in the outdoor chapel on Sunday, but I have a couple of requests if we do that. Request number one, really analyze your own personal risk threshold. I mean, of course we'll wear masks, we'll spread out. I'm going to suggest we don't even use these lovely benches that Will Larson and Troop 26 built for us. I think we will spread out even further. We'll do a briefer version of what we were doing for Lawn Church a few weeks ago before we put that on halt. But really think about your own personal risk assessment and how you feel about that. I mean, I know I have a different risk threshold than you probably do. I have a different risk threshold for me personally than I do for my family, and I have a different risk hold for me personally than I do when I'm deciding for others. Of course, we'll do things as safely as possible, but really think about that before you come on Sunday. Second request, and this is also really critical, and we haven't done it like this when we were doing Lawn Church, and that is if you are planning at all to come on Sunday morning, could you please shoot me an email? I would like to know who is coming. I know a lot of people make up their mind that morning. It's going to be a little cooler. It might be raining, although the forecast says it's probably not going to be raining till mid-afternoon. You can always say you're not coming after you decide to. That would be okay. But if you're planning at all to maybe show up, I would find it really helpful to know what to plan for. We're going to have a little station set up. There'll be probably a tent. I know there'll be a table. There will be a person behind there taking your name and phone number and checking you off a list. And Kim has made a lovely little check-in sign that says "Good morning" on it. So that'll be kind of on the pathway to the back fellowship hall sidewalk, which then leads back to the outdoor chapel. So please park in the parking lot, come across that way, and we can get you checked in. My hope, ultimately, is to be able to gather for Christmas Eve. We are planning that. We've got a couple of options we're stirring around, but you need to know that people are thinking and planning that diligently, knowing that the conditions are going to change probably 5 times in the next 6 weeks. It's 6 weeks till Christmas Day. Who knew we'd be that close to that? So hang in there and remain flexible, but you need to know my goal is to be able to gather for Christmas Eve somehow. In some capacity. It's not going to look like it did last year or other years. It's a Christmas like no other. It's just going to be that way. But to do that, we need to make good decisions now to prepare ourselves for that. As these numbers continue to rise all around us, we need to be extra diligent. So that is my third request, is your ongoing diligence and flexibility as we get ready from now to the end of the year. So if you are planning on coming this weekend, it's at 10 o'clock Sunday morning. Please remember your mask. I didn't mention that before. It almost goes without saying at this point. If you're going to do anything, you should be wearing your mask. This is the pathway you'll come up. We'll have a little station over there to check in where you'll record your name and number and stuff like that for contact tracing purposes. And also, please, send me an email if you're coming. I don't need to know if you're not coming. I'll assume you're not coming unless I hear from you. But if you can shoot me an email by, let's say, Saturday afternoon, I'll know what we're in for as we get ready for Sunday morning. And of course, Good Morning Church and our traditional online service will continue to be a primary way in which we connect. So God be with you on this day. Stay healthy, be safe, hang in there, and know that God loves you wherever you are.
Peace.